Since 2000, Team Focus has been supporting and guiding young men who unfortunately are growing up without a father or father figure in their home. Thousands of young men have gone through this program just like myself. Each of us has a story, and Team Focus is an amazing chapter of that story. But let's take a look at some of the lives after Team Focus.
My name is Mark Wadsworth. I'm originally from Findlay, Ohio, from the great state of Ohio, and now I live in Boston, Massachusetts. I joined Team Focus in the summer of 2006 after my dad passed away from liver cancer earlier that year. And I found Team Focus to be very helpful to get through some of the complicated aspects of losing a father that way, and just filling that void of not having a dad. I was 13 at the time, so right in those teenage years or entering the teenage years, when a father figure is pretty important at those stages. And I think Team Focus really taught me two things that come to mind is that failures are not a bad thing, but opportunities. And I think that's something that stuck with me through my time in high school and college, when you inevitably experience a failure, and kind of just looked at that through a different lens. And Team Focus taught me how to do that. And I would say that you can control your narrative. And what I mean by that is we are focused on Christ and our developing that relationship, but the circumstances we experience or the hardships we challenge do not define us. It's how we react and respond to them. And that's always taught me to think before I speak and think before I act, but also think about the mentors and the people I looked up to in Team Focus, how they would respond to hardships or problems that you experience. Not quite 2 decades after joining Team Focus, but getting up there. I live in Boston. I graduated from MIT about a little under 2 years ago, and I'm currently working at Pfizer as a researcher studying inflammation and immunology in the context of autoimmune diseases.
Hello, my name is Chris Jenkins. I've been a member of Team Focus since 2009. My father wasn't in my life because he was incarcerated from the time that I was in elementary school to the time I was getting ready to graduate high school. The most important thing that I've learned during my time in Team Focus has probably been the skills of going into an interview, making sure you do your research beforehand, asking questions, giving you full and undivided attention, body language, all those things that kind of culminate into giving a full interview. Something that leaves an impression. Sending a thank you card for the interview, regardless if you get the job or not. All of these things kind of help you stand out, not necessarily when you're looking for a job, but an internship or just anything that you could be interning for or interviewing for. Currently, I am a graduate student in Troy University's counseling program. I also serve as a supervisor / graduate assistant for the housing department on campus, where I serve as a supervisor for the resident assistants on campus. When I graduate, I will work for the Department of Veteran Affairs and work with veterans with disabilities.
Good evening. My name is Chris Bittner. Currently, I'm living in Ferndale, Michigan, which is just north of Detroit. I attended my first Team Focus camp in 2005 in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Professionally, I'm a consultant working with manufacturing companies and technology. And something that Team Focus taught me is that it's never too late to change who you are. No matter what led you to you at this point, you have the ability to change yourself. But it's up to you to make that decision and follow through on.
Hi, my name is Renee MacArthur, and my son and I became a member of Team Focus since 2011, and Team Focus was the best thing that could have happened to us. Believe it or not, I know as mothers we say that we can do so much for our sons, but guess what? There's only so much that a mother can do. We cannot really teach our young men how to be young men when it comes to questions that they may have dealing with their own life. Now, when it comes to giving them a home, when it comes to taking care of them, yes. But there are some things that they really need that father figure. And I just really, really do appreciate Team Focus being in our life. We're still part of Team Focus. I'm on the board. I enjoy working with the young men, especially the mothers who come in, because we all experience things that we go through about being single mothers, and we really can just talk about it. We can relate to one another, and there are times when we just come in feeling really, really low. And that's just one of the good things about Team Focus is you find people that you can talk with that make you feel like you're not alone. We love Coach Mike, we love the staff, and if there's anything that I can do, I'm definitely there to help out.
I believe Team Focus was a huge part in instilling a work ethic in me because I take a lot of pride in being, the first one to the gym or the weight room, whatever it is, and being the last one to leave. And I believe that's a big part that's allowed me to get where I am, and Team Focus definitely helped to instill that. I never was taught that things would be handed to you. I was taught that, you seek first the kingdom of God and know that He has a plan for you. And as you put the work in and you follow Him, He will add the rest to you.
My name is Tevin McGuire. I live here in Ashland, Ohio. I grew up here my whole life. Graduated from Ashland High School, went to college at North Central State College in Mansfield. Attended North Central and learned criminal justice and got my degree in criminal justice and got my certificate in criminal justice. Now I'm a full-time police officer here in Ashland, Ohio, and I absolutely love it. I've been with Team Focus since 2003, so almost 20 years now. Absolutely love it, enjoy it. It's given me an opportunity to travel. For instance, I was able to travel to Alabama, got to meet Laura Bush, got to meet a whole bunch of other people from around the country. My dad left. It's tough to say. He left early in my childhood. So my mother was the primary caregiver. Absolutely love her. She's sacrificed so much for me, and I never take that for granted. And I think given everything that she's sacrificed, I think that motivates me to get up out of bed every day and to always do my best. And with that being said, Team Focus also helped motivate me to do my best as well.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Allen.
I'm Ashley Allen.
And to my right, we have
And
and this is John. Hey, cut it. I'm sorry. I have been involved with Team Focus since I was 14 years old. I also have a younger brother that was also involved in Team Focus. I remember starting the first day of Team Focus of camp and saying that I really didn't want to be a part of it. It was a summer camp, something that I wasn't used to doing. And I want to say within like 3 to 4 hours, I began to meet other people. We began to just really kind of go around doing different things, playing basketball, of course, eating great food, meeting different speakers. And I can say as time went on, I began to kind of warm up to things. And really, I want to say like day 3, day 4, I was convinced that, hey, this was something I wanted to be a part of. I can also remember us going to Roof Chris Steakhouse, which is the best steakhouse, and seeing about 60 to 70 guys, young guys in blue shirts and ties and slacks, everybody looking professional, and really me being there saying, man, this is a great experience. We are very thankful for what we have. And I remember asking one of the mentors at that time, hey, do you mind if I get up and just thank Team Focus, Coach Mike, for really just opening up this camp for guys like me? And I just recall going in front of everybody and saying, hey, we just want to thank GMAC and for all of the sponsors for putting on this camp, because it means a lot.
You just heard from an MIT graduate, a Troy University graduate student who's aspiring to work with veterans with disabilities, a full-time police officer and a consultant for tech companies, a South Alabama graduate who is also a husband and an entrepreneur. Our stories are all so different, but with that one similarity of not having a father in the home, we were all led to the same place. We were surrounded by people that cared about our hurt, they cared about our loss, and they cared about our confusion. We were encouraged and now have become the encouragers. We were challenged and now challenge ourselves for the better of our own lives and those around us. We were the fatherless and now have not only become father figures, but fathers of our own children.
He knows my every thought. He sees each tear that falls, and he hears me when I call. He knows my name. He knows my